Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the podcast. I am Leo.
And I am Sarah. Hello!
Sarah, today we have a very interesting topic. We are talking about love and relationships in China.
Yes, it is a big topic. In the West, like in the US or UK, people often date for a long time. But in China, things can be different.
Right. I noticed that in Western movies, people have boyfriends or girlfriends, and they live together for years. They are just partners. But in China, it feels like the goal is always marriage. Is that true?
Generally, yes. In China, dating is usually a step towards marriage. It is not just for fun. When two people start a serious relationship, they are already thinking, can I marry this person?
Why is that? Why is marriage so important there?
Well, it is about family. In Chinese culture, marriage is not just about two people. It is about two families joining together. Parents want to see their children settle down. They want stability.
Ah, stability. So just being boyfriend and girlfriend doesn't feel stable.
Exactly. For many older Chinese people, if you are not married, the relationship is not safe. They worry you might break up. Marriage is a promise. It makes the parents feel safe too.
I see. So, what about living together? In English, we call this cohabitation. Do Chinese couples live together before marriage?
Good question. Nowadays, in big cities, many young people do live together. But they usually keep it a secret from their grandparents, or sometimes even their parents.
Really? Why hide it?
Because traditional people think living together should happen after the wedding. If you live together, you act like a husband and wife. But without the marriage certificate, traditional people think it is inappropriate.
That brings me to my next question. It is a bit sensitive. What about having a baby before marriage?
This is a very big deal in China. In the past, and even today, having a baby before marriage is often seen as bad or shameful.
Why is it shameful? In some countries, it is very common now.
In China, we have a saying about face, or mianzi. It means your reputation. If a girl gets pregnant and she is not married, people might gossip. They might say she was not careful, or she is not a good girl.
That sounds very strict.
It is strict. Also, there is a practical reason. In China, to get legal documents for a baby like a birth certificate or household registration, you usually need a marriage certificate from the parents.
Oh, I didn't know that. So it is difficult legally, not just socially.
Yes, if you are unmarried, it is hard to get the baby into a school or get social benefits later. So, the system forces you to get married first.
So, if a couple gets pregnant by accident, what happens?
Usually, they will get married very, very quickly. We call this Fengzi Chenghun. It means marriage with a child. They rush the wedding so the baby is born inside a marriage.
To save face?
Yes, exactly. To save face for the parents and the family.
Do you think this is changing? Are young people thinking differently now?
Slowly, young people are more open-minded. But the pressure from parents is still very strong. In China, you don't just marry a person, you marry their whole family. So, the parents' opinion is very powerful.
That makes sense. It is all about responsibility and family unit. It is not just about I love you.
Right. Love is important, but responsibility and security are sometimes more important.
Thank you, Sara. That was very clear. I think our listeners now understand why marriage is such a big focus in China.
You are welcome, Leo.
Listeners, what do you think? Is it the same in your country? Let us know in the comments.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.